Let's give a shout out to those local thrift stores who take in the donations and offer those items at a fraction of the cost of what you would pay at a local store. Of course, these items are gently used, but they're still good. And let me show you guys what I picked up at our local thrift store after I got finished dropping off a quick donation. Stay tuned, it's some crafty goodness, y'all. Welcome back to Livie's Lovelies, your inspirational craft channel, and I'm your host, Fam the Fabulous. For more ideas, inspiration, swaps, and challenges, click the link in the description below to join our craft community, the Maker Exchange, on Facebook. All right, so my local thrift store is a beautiful extension of, I wouldn't say it's necessary. It's not affiliated with a church, but it provides resources for local churches to aid and assist in those who may be in a financial hardship or need a little additional assistance in their everyday lives, whether it's through clothes, ministry-related items, or whatever have you. But for years, since Josh was a tot, I've been donating his clothes, his toys there. I usually just drop them off, and I don't want a receipt because I'm not about to keep up with no receipt for tax purposes. Furthermore, I just need to be a blessing. Somebody has been a blessing to me, so I'm going to pay it forward. So I usually drop off the items, and I'll check and see if there's anything on the shelves that could be of use in my creative endeavors, right? And they never disappoint. I oftentimes have to run past that aisle because the drop-off station is right near the craft and sewing area. So, and then on your way out, there's also the book section. So it's always a challenge to get in and get out. This time I was not successful in doing so. I picked up a few more items, but I had the intention of spending. Listen, I'm going to show you everything that I got in this bag. And I purchased all of it for less than $3. So, hold on. So, let me just move this off to the side. Y'all can see. So, they have a sewing section. And I always venture over there to see if they have any laces, ribbons, trims. And someone's always donating some vintage sewing supplies. So, we all know you're not getting any seam binding for 39 cents. Right? And granted, it's not 39 cents now, but it's also not 25 cents. So this is stretch lace, but of course I'm going to use it as I use any other type of lace. Same goes for this. This is hem facing. I don't even know what that is. You would think I would know, having had a sewing machine for almost a decade, or for over a decade. Originally priced from Walmart for $1.36. So this isn't actually vintage, but this is 10 cents. And you know, I don't know how vintage that is either, frankly. Coates and Clark. Anyways, okay, and then I got this one for 50 cents. Now, I got this little bead. And I was thinking maybe I could use it as some form of a closure. But I'm also may just use it as like a tassel, something to hang off the edge of a book. A journal. Isn't that pretty? Beautiful olive green color. I got these round settings. I have no idea what I'm going to use them for. We shall see. I don't know if I can use them or what. I will use them. Beautiful blue buttons. Look at the dark blue and the light blue. I don't know if you guys can see that well. Look at that. See it? And I don't even know if they charge me for that. Then they had a whole section of patterns. Now I got this one. I actually got this one to use. I want to be able to make this romper for the newest member of our family, Little Miss Harmony, the one who I made the blanket for. If everything is in here, then I'll try to make it, but I'll have to check the pattern first. I have no idea how to use a pattern, so I'll have to obviously learn how to do that as well. And then I was over there looking for them because I just wanted a pattern to use for mixed media and journaling and blah, blah, blah. But then I was like, I might be able to do something. I might be able to make something in here, but we shall see. Now, I didn't get a whole lot because that's not what I was supposed to be there for. I was supposed to be there just to drop off. But here I came in there with a $5 bill, so I figured let me go on ahead and bless the people, right? And because I know that it's not necessarily nonprofit. I believe it is. I don't know. It works off of volunteers and it blesses those who are coming, re-entering society. People who, it's a blessing to the community. So let me help them help the community. Anyways, I saw this music, book of music. What is it called? Music sheets? Whatever. But I figure coffee dime, watercolor on top of them, whatever, you know, and it happens to be Christian. Praise the Lord. All right. And then I got that one. And then I also had this one. They also had this one. So that book was 25 cents. Thank the good Lord. Jazz and Blues. I almost don't want to do anything with this. Let's see how old this is. I know I'm going a little quick, but I don't want to keep you here all day. 1963. So look at that beautifully aged paper. Oh, it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So I can't scan this, obviously, and because it is still under copyright protection. Same thing goes for this one. Francis Clark, Library for Piano Students. And if my son was a little further ahead in his learning how to play the piano, I would leave it for him, but mommy will get him what he needs when he needs it. Furthermore, that generation is all about, if it's not digital, they don't want to be bothered. You know. Oh, here's another lace that I purchased. So let's see. So I got 4 of those laces. That's pretty. The patterns. And the last book that I saw was this. I'll show you guys. Try to get a thumbnail going, so I gotta do it later. Anyways, this here book as well. Okay, let's get it together, girl. Painting landscapes. You know, at the end of the day, sometimes I don't want to touch my phone. I don't want to see TV. Sometimes I just want to read a book. And while I am trying to create the habit of reincorporating literature and reading into my everyday life, which I have been successful thus far over the past month or so, as well as pulling my child into it. If he don't see me doing it, he likely ain't gonna do it. He does have to read for school, but he needs to be in the habit of reading for leisure, which increases his comprehension and critical thinking skills. Anyways, moving right along. No one's here to have me play a teacher. But anyways, even though this is, I believe this is primarily oil painting techniques. I mean, I can learn. You know, I'm not at a place where I want to explore oil painting. I don't. Oh, it actually says using watercolor. So again, different techniques and tips, different supplies, tools, everyday common household items, as well as a little overview of different brands of paints and so on and so forth. So harvest near Dartworth. Yeah, so it's giving you a little bit more information. Like here it says pen sketching. That's great. That's great because God knows that that's not something that I'm all that versed in. You know, I'm sure I could learn a lot. But again, the purpose of me getting a book and this was $1, as opposed to you know, simply going on YouTube, is I don't always want to have a screen on. I'm in front of a screen 8 hours out of a day. And then thereafter taking care of the family bills, checking Josh's homework, ministry related things, as well as the family business. And so the last thing I want to do is turn a screen on for leisure. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm here on YouTube and I'm watching YouTube and Patreon because I have memberships there. But sometimes I just want a good old fashioned book. Sometimes if I'm in the passenger seat, I just want to pull out a book. I don't want to have to worry about Wi-Fi connections and things of that nature. I just want to put little glasses on and make sure my lighting is good and I'm fine, you know. Plus I'm in a rural area. If we go down to the park and I'm not being active with my son, he's out in the water or riding his bike or whatever the case might be, a book is good. There's no cell service down there. Because we in the country. Again, I live right down the street from a beach that has an RV camp and a park and mini golf. So we're down there often, and there's no service down there, which means if I'm not playing with the kid, then I'm off doing mommy's own thing. Obviously in eyesight view, in real close in range, but a book. So anyways, now before I let y'all go, let me say this. I would encourage you to check out your local thrift stores. There's always things that are in our home before they become outdated or, threadbare. Or go through your house and purge some of the items you're not using. Donate them to your local thrift store or donation center. Make sure that if you're going to donate it to a place that's for the community, that the profit margin doesn't go to a corporation, that it does actually help the local people that are in your community. Because if I'm donating, I'm not really donating for a corporate executive's salary. I don't want to do that. I would keep it in my own salary. The purpose of me donating is to ensure that someone else does not have to struggle to meet the needs of their home. And so find your local thrift store or donation center and support them the best way you can. Make sure that before you throw your items out, that you are actually checking to see if they're still usable. If they're still usable, wipe them down, wash them or whatever, and bring them on down to the donation center and be a blessing to somebody else. Because let me tell you something, when Josh was small, that boy was running through clothes. The growth spurts were becoming exhaustively expensive on the wallet. And so a couple of sleepers a week, I would either buy a couple sleepers or run down to the thrift store and grab a couple sleepers. But for 50 cents, $1 a week or $4 a month, rotating sleepers and onesies and stuff like that. That's what I had to do as a stay-at-home mom, trying to make sure that every dollar is stretched out. So we were those people. We weren't desperately in need, but I was trying to make sure that he had quality items. He had what he needed, and that any extra could be used for, for his benefit, whether it's books or toys or what have you. So that being said, that's my spiel. I hope this has inspired you to take a look around your home and to check out a local thrift store in your neighborhood. Go ahead and support them the best way you can. And yeah, that's about it. Listen, if you have enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. And for those who are your first time here, listen, you're already a member. You might as well hit the subscribe button. And for those who are returning, I thank you all for your support, your continued feedback, comments, encouragement, and for sharing me in your creative spaces. And listen, if there's something you guys want to see me work with first, let me know. What should I make some tassels, some embellishments? Oh, this would be cute for embellishments. Mixed media. What should I work on first out of here? Put it in the comments below. Listen, until we're back here together on Patreon and YouTube, because Patreon gets to see this video first, you can head over there. There's a link below if you want to become a member and support this channel any further. Listen, until we're back here together on Patreon and YouTube, guys, stay encouraged, stay blessed, stay creative, and crafty. Bye for now.
If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Hit subscribe to join the crafty community, and be sure to click the bell for notifications of new uploads. Thank you so much for watching. Now stay tuned for more from Livie's Lovelies, your inspirational craft channel. Bye for now.